Good morning. In this lecture, we are going to see two topics under the unit functions of several variables. Initially, we can recall the function of single variable. Suppose y is equal to f of x is a function of single variable x. Then the derivative of the function is defined as d by dx of f of x. That is equal to limit h tends to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. Also it is denoted by f dash of x. That is f dash of x represents the slope of the tangent of the function. That is, it represents how fast y changes when the variable x changes. That is, if we give some increment h to the variable x, then we can understand how y gets changes from the derivative of f dash of x. This means we know the rate of change, that is the increase or decrease of the function at a point. Okay, here consider the graph of a function y is equal to f of x. Consider this curve. Y is equal to a function of single variable. If it will be a two-dimensional graph with x and y axis. Here A is the point on the graph. Graph y is equal to f of x, and AC represents the tangent line on it. Delta x is the increment given to x, the variable x, and so we can understand that how the function y gets changes. So a derivative of a function at a point is a slope of the tangent of this graph, at the point. A function may depend upon several independent variables. For a function with more than one variable, we want to know how much the function changes when only one of the independent variable changes, while the other are kept constants. Okay. So previously we have seen the function of single variable. There, if you are given an increment to the single variable, how the function y gets changes, that we have seen. Here we are keeping one variable constant. So here we can see, let z is equal to f of x comma y be the function of two variables if we treat the variable y as constant and take its derivative using ordinary rule. Then the derivative is called the partial derivative of z with respect to x and is denoted by dou z by dou x, that is the curly d, dou. Here we are using dou, that is equal to the curly d, dou z by dx, or dou f by dou x, because z is equal to f of x comma y, so we can write dou z by dou x or dou f by dou x, or f suffix x or z suffix x. These are representing the partial derivatives of the given function with respect to the one variable x. So at this case, we are keeping the another variable y as a constant. Symbolically, partial derivatives are defined as follows. That is, dou z by dou x is equal to limit h tends to 0 f of x plus h comma y minus f of x comma y by h. That is, here we are giving increment only for the variable x. We are keeping the another variable y as constant. Similarly, we can do the partial derivative of z with respect to y. Here we are giving increment to y. We are keeping x constant. So we can say partial derivative is the derivative of a function of two or more variables by considering the other variable as constant. So we have to remember this carefully. When we are doing partial derivative with respect to one variable means we have to treat the other variable as constant. What does the calculation of partial derivative mean geometrically? Yeah, let's look at the following example. Okay. However, the partial derivatives also indicate the slope of the tangent line to the surface. Okay, in our example, f of z is equal to f of x comma y. If we want to take partial derivative with respect to the variable x at a point x naught, y naught, z naught, we hold the variable y constant, y fixed, that is a number, y is equal to y naught. That is, it represents a plane. Y is equal to y naught represents a plane passed through y naught. That is the plane parallel to x axis. This plane intersect the surface. This plane intersect this surface, and at the intersection curve, we are getting one curve. At the intersection curve, we consider the tangent line on it at the point x naught, y naught, z naught. The partial derivative gives us the slope of this line. Okay, this is one more example. This for the given surface, we are keeping y is equal to 1 constant. That is, it represents y is equal to 1 represents the plane that intersects the surface, and we are getting one curve. So this is a tangent line to the curve. So here partial derivative with respect to the variable x represents the slope. Okay. We are going to see one example. For example, the function z is equal to f of x comma y is equal to xy square minus 3xy plus x square plus y square plus 6. Okay, here we are going to see the partial derivative of this function with respect to x initially. So we have to partial derivative with respect to one variable means what we have to remember? We have to treat the remaining, that is the other variable y, as constant. So here in the first term, we are going to differentiate partially with respect to x. So in the first term, y square is a constant. So x into y square, what is the differentiation? Y square is constant, differentiation of x is 1. So y square. The second term, minus 3y is constant. So minus 3y into, what is the differentiation of x? 1 only. So minus 3y will remain. Plus x square is there. X square is a variable. So differentiation of x square is 2x. Then remaining y square plus 6 totally a constant. So the differentiation of that becomes 0. So we are getting dou f by dou x is equal to y square minus 3y plus 2x. That is, it represents the slope of the tangent line to the surface in the direction of x axis. So similarly, we can find the slope of the tangent line in the direction of y axis, that is partial derivative of the function with respect to y. So at that time we have to keep x as a constant. So here x is constant. So differentiation of y square is 2y. So 2xy will come. Next we have to treat x constant. So differentiation of y is 1. So minus 3x will come. So differentiation of x square becomes 0. Minus y square differentiation is minus 2y. Plus 6 differentiation is 0. So we are getting the partial derivative with respect to y. So we are keeping x as constant. Now we are going to see the higher order partial derivatives. In ordinary derivatives, we know d by dx means next derivative d square by dx square, next dq by dx cube and all. So now here we are going to see higher order partial derivatives. So we are considering the function z is equal to f of x comma y. So how we will represent the partial derivative of z with respect to x? Yes, we know that is dou f by dou x. How we will denote the partial derivative of z with respect to y? That we know dou f by dou y. Or we can represent it by dou z by dou x also. Both are same only. Okay. Now this may be a function of x and y, and this also may be a function of x and y. So again we can differentiate this function partially with respect to x as well as partially with respect to y. So initially we are saying dou by dou x of, I am going to differentiate partially this function with respect to x. So dou by dou x of this function. So that becomes what? Dou square f by dou x square. Also it represented by f suffix double x. Similarly, we can differentiate this partially with respect to y. So that is dou by dou y of dou f by dou x. That is equal to dou square f by dou y dou x. That we can represent it by f suffix yx, because this order we can represent here yx. Similarly, we can understand this also. The partial derivative of dou f by dou y with respect to x means dou square f by dou x dou y, that represents by f suffix xy. Similarly, this one f suffix double y. So in this way we can find a higher order partial derivatives of a given function. Hold on. Now we can see the example. Z is equal to x cube y minus x y square plus x square minus y square plus 1. So here we are going to see the partial higher order partial derivative, that is with respect to x, and again with respect to x, with respect to y, we are going to see. Okay, let's check. Dou z by dou x, that is we are going to differentiate partially with respect to x. So we know we have to treat the variable y constant. So differentiate x cube 3x square y. Here y constant. So y square into x differentiation is 1. So minus y square. So x square differentiation 2x, remaining all constant. Okay. So next we are going to see dou by dou x of dou z by dou x. One more time we are going to differentiate this with respect to x. So here you see y is a constant, x square differentiation is 2x, so 3 into 2x, 6xy. Y square is a constant, differentiation is 0, 2x differentiation with respect to x is 1, 2 into 1, that is 2. Okay, similarly we can find dou square z by dou y dou x, that is we have to differentiate partially this function with respect to y. So we have to treat x as a constant here. Here x square, 3x square is constant, differentiation of y is 1. So 3x square will come. Again here minus y square is there, differentiation minus 2y. And 2x is a constant now because we are keeping x as constant. So that differentiation becomes 0. So finally we will get 3x square minus 2y. Similarly we can understand this dou z by dou y. We are keeping y constant here. Again differentiation with respect to y. So sorry, y is a bit dou y. So we have to keep x constant here. Again we are differentiating with respect to y partially. So we have to keep x constant. Again dou is a bit dou y with respect to x. So at the time y we have to keep constant. So we are getting like this. Okay. Now we are going to see the total differentiation. Okay. In partial differentiation of a function of two or more variable, only one independent variable varies and other kept constant. But in total differentiation, all the independent variable are assumed to vary. That is, increments are given in all the variables. Okay. In previously, we have studied partial differentiation, that there we are given the increment for one variable, other variable we kept as constant. But here, the increments are going to give for both variables. Okay, let's see. Let z is equal to f of x comma y. We are taking this as equation number 1. And we are assuming that is h1 and h2 be the increments given for x and y. And similarly, h be the increment of x. Then z plus h is equal to f of x plus h comma x plus h1 comma y plus h2. That is at the time of giving the increments h1 and h2, this x and y, automatically the z will get increment h. Here we are considering the equation 2 minus 1. That is h is equal to f of x plus h1 comma y plus h2 minus f of x comma y. We are subtracting the equation 1 from 2. Okay. Then we are doing some adjustment. We are adding and subtracting this function to the RHS of the equation number 3. So we are getting h is equal to f of x plus h1 comma y plus h2 minus, we are subtracting this and adding this, again the same minus f of x comma y. And we are dividing this by h1, multiply and divide by h1. Here we are multiplying and divide by h2. So again we are taking the limits. When h1 tends to 0, h2 tends to 0, we will get the differential like this. That is dz is equal to dou f by dou x into dx plus dou f by dou y into dy. Here you see Here we are giving the increment only for y, only for x we are giving, only for x we are giving the increment, y we are keeping constant. So this dou f by dou x. So here you see we are giving the increment only for y, we are keeping x constant, so it represents dou f by dou y. So we are getting the equation dz is equal to dou f by dou x into dx plus dou f by dou y into dy. This is called the total differential of z. Okay, here you see if z is a function of x comma y, where x and y are the another functions of t, then we can find the total differentiation like this. dz by dt is equal to dou z by dou x into dx by dt plus dou z by dou y into dy by dt. See the difference? Here dou, then d, here dou, here d. From the previous equation we can write like this. So we have to remember this equation to find total differential. If z is a function of x comma y and x and y are the functions of another variable t. Okay. Next, if z is a function of x and y, where x is a function of uv and y is also a function of another function of u and v. Okay, finally z is a function of two variables u and v finally. So here we can find the partial derivatives like dou z by dou u is equal to, with respect to first variable, is equal to dou f by dou x into dou x by dou u plus dou f by dou y into dou y by dou u. Similarly, we can find dou z by dou v is equal to dou f by dou x into dou z by dou v plus dou f by dou y into dou y by dou v. That is, one thing we have to see carefully. Here z is a function of, finally it's a function of a single variable, so we can find the normal derivative dz by dt. Here z is a function of, finally it's a function of two variables u and v, so we can take the partial derivative. So we have to remember these two equations carefully. Okay, next you can see how to understand it easily. Okay, we can understand here easily. You see, z is a function of two variable x and y, and they are the functions of another variable t. So we can see z is a function, finally it is a function of a single variable t. So here we can apply the ordinary derivative, that is dz by dt equal to, you see, z is, initially it is a function of two variables. So we have to apply the partial derivative for this dou z by dou x into dx by dt, because x is a function of a single variable. So dx by dt plus dou z by dou y into dy by dt. Okay, understood the concept? That is finally it's a function of single variables. We can take dz by dt. So before that we have to take dou z by dou x, because z is a function of, initially it is a function of two variables, so we can only apply partial derivatives. So dou z by dou x into dx by dt plus dou z by dou x into dy by dt. See the differentiation carefully. Okay. Next you see, here you see z is a function of two variables x and y. The two variables are also the function in terms of another two variable u and v. So finally z is a function of u and v. So here we have to apply the partial derivative only. Dou z by dou u. So dou z by dou u is equal to dou z by dou x into again dou x by dou u. Why? Because now x is also a function of two variables u and v. So we have to apply partial derivative only. So dou z by dou x into dou x by dou u plus dou z by dou y into dou y by dou u. Dou z by dou x into dou y by dou. Similarly in this way, dou z by dou y into dou y by dou u. Okay. Similarly we can take dou z by dou v. So dou z by dou x into dou x by dou v plus dou z by dou y into dou y by dou v. So we can understand this easily by this graph. Let's see one example. If u is a function of two variables x and y, that is x cube plus y cube, where x is equal to a cos t, y is equal to b sin t, that is u is a function of x and y. X and y are the function in terms of t. So we can find what they have asked, find du by dt and verify the result. So du by dt. So initially u is a function of two variable x and y. So we can use the first result. That is du by dt is equal to dou u by dou x into dx by dt plus dou u by dou y into dy by dt. We know this. Okay. So dou u by dou x. How will you find dou u by dou x? We have to keep y constant. So differentiation of x cube is 3x square. How will you find dx by dt? We know the differentiation of a cos t. That is different. A is constant. Cos t differentiation is minus sin t. So minus a sin t. Similarly, dou u by dou y, we have to keep x constant. So differentiation of y cube is 3y square. Dy by dt is equal to b cos t. So we can get this result by putting the value of x and y. We are getting this result. So we can verify this by ordinary differentiation. U is equal to x cube plus y cube. X is equal to this, y is equal to this. So put the values here. Then ordinary rule. By using the ordinary rules, we can take the differentiation. We are getting the same result. So we can see one more example. If u is equal to f of x comma y, where x is equal to r cos theta, y is equal to r sin theta, prove that this one. So initially, we have to find, you see, u is a function of x and y. X and y are the functions of r and theta. So we can find the RHS, that is dou u by dou r, we can find easily. Dou u by dou theta, we can find easily by using the result. Okay, so we can consider the RHS first. That is, we are considering dou u by dou r. What is the formula for dou u by dou r? This dou u by dou x into dou x by dou r plus dou u by dou y into dou y by r. Dou y by dou r. So we are putting the values. Dou u by dou x we can't find because that is they didn't give directly. Use a function of x and y, that only they mentioned. So dou u by dou x as it is we have to put. Dou x by dou r we can find from here. Dou x by dou r means we have to keep theta as constant. That is cos theta is constant. Only differentiation of r is 1. So simply cos theta will come. So dou r by dou r, dou u by dou y you put as it is. And dou y by dou r, that is here sin theta is constant, differentiation of r is 1, so we are getting like this. We take equation number 1. Similarly, we can find dou u by dou theta. By keeping r constant, we can take the differentiation partially with respect to theta. We will get this result. Then we are dividing it by r. Both sides we divide it by r. We will get, just take square of 1 and take the square of the first equation and second equation and add it. We will get the LHS. So thus we prove the result. We have taken the RHS, we derived and we brought the LHS. These are the references followed for this lecture. Thank you.